So tell me, has Sasha, your husband, met Johnny? Are they friends?
Yeah, they did a movie together called Sweeney Todd. Yeah.
So then they get along, they're good buds.
Yeah.
And did he come on the set with you when you were doing the 20 days worth of play?
No, my husband was working on something else when I was doing this, but he was in town. I brought my daughter though, which was fun.
So tell me about the characters that you voice.
Well, the main one is Waffles, who's a horny toad. He's kind of crazy, and he's very young and sort of prone to outbursts of inappropriate enthusiasm, like myself.
Yeah.
He's kind of very whispery, and he was a hard voice to cast, so we ended up using my voice, which was one of the temporary voices when Gore and I laid out the whole thing as an animatic first, and Gore and I did all the voices, except for John Logan, who did a couple. And for a year, that's what we built. And so when it came to replacing them with real actors, there were a few voices that we just couldn't really replace. And Gore actually does several voices also. Yeah. Yeah.
You guys had so much fun.
It was so fun. Yeah. Got to work with the best people in the industry.
I mean, it must have been like being kids in a playground.
It was. Have you seen the sort of behind the scenes footage there? It was like that for a month, and it was just great. It was like play practice in high school.
It really was like regional theater.
Yeah.
Bad regional theater.
Exactly, with the crazy costumes and everything. Yeah.
It's really interesting. Now, so many of you guys from behind the scenes are now ending up as voices and getting a lot of credit for that. Do you think you could ever do your own career?
As a voice, that's a pretty hard market to break into. I think we got in, we cheated because we created characters that we knew what they sounded like, but I don't think we could hold with the real people that do that stuff.
No, you were just great.
Thank you so much. You know, Crash McCreary, actually, who is one of the main designers, he ends up doing a voice also.
Really?
Yeah.
The music in this movie, it's fantastic.
It's
You got
loud,
mariachi.
boisterous, mariachi, and it's a western, and I got every guitarist I could find loitering, and we had a lot. Well, it starts off with Gore being a pretty good musician himself. You know, and it was really the whole movie was sort of a band atmosphere.
It was interesting because you must have been kind of, when you first saw the project, did you think, what is this?
No. Knowing Gore, and you know, a lot of it came about just hanging out with him and him starting to talk about this project. You know, at first he would say, doing a western, then it'd be like doing a western about a lizard, you know, a gecko. So, you know, as the pieces started falling into place, and I knew, you know, all the people working on the crew really, you know what I mean, because it's the old Pirates family in a way. So I didn't know what to expect, because what you get is totally mind-blowing and like nothing anybody's ever seen before. But I knew it was going to be full of irony and, you know, full of wonderful, crazy, absurd ideas.
Yeah, very self-referential too to other films. Really, really wonderful.
Right. I mean, it's quite something.
You know, I've always been a huge fan of the Pirates movies, so to get to work with him and Gore is something very exciting, and yeah, it's great.
What drives you as an actor?
You know, I guess just, you know, being able to play different people all the time and getting to sort of step into different people's shoes. It's, you know, I feel really lucky that I'm able to do it. You know, I play Priscilla, and she's very sort of morbid, dry, sort of non-trusting type of girl. So she's a lot of fun to play.
Well, you were fun. And how was it working with Johnny?
He's great. You know, he's such a nice guy, and you know, he's obviously, I've always been a huge fan of the Pirates movies. So to get to work with him and Gore is very exciting.
It's amazing. How about those 20 days that you guys spent doing theater?
I worked about 9 days on it, but yeah, I think Gore said it was sort of like a bad high school play.